Good day, folks. Welcome back to my neck of the woods. My name's DK, where I share my experience and my knowledge, hoping to lessen your learning curve. So today I have another product review. It is a Broadhead review. And if you've watched my channel, I've been testing Broadheads for quite some time now. And one of the ones that I tested last year has become my tried and true Broadhead that I think I've found my Broadhead that I'm going to use. So before I get started, please sub the channel, like my videos, and make some comments, okay? So the Broadhead is the NAP DK4. It is a hybrid broadhead. I call it a hybrid broadhead. They advertise it as a mechanical broadhead. I'm going to start off with some specs. I'm going to tell you about my experience with it. So I used it all last year. I shot 4 deer with it, and it's devastating. It's a spectacular broadhead. There's really nothing on the market that's like it. There's a couple cons, but for the most part, it's all pros, and I really, really like it. All right. So here's the packaging. This is what it comes in, like this. It's $30 for 3 of them. There's no practice heads, and as far as I know, it's kind of a one and done, unless you're going to sharpen it up. There is a set screw behind one of the bleeder blades here. Oh, not the best, but you can see that there's a set screw there. Maybe you'll be able to change that blade out, but you can't change the mechanical blades out. But this is the package. This is the package how it comes. It comes with sort of 3 of them right like this. I just got some new ones for this season. My season starts in about a month. I can read you what it says on there. I'll get my glasses here. Hybrid engineering, pivoted main blade, front deploying bleeders. It says mechanical broadhead. This is rated for a compound bow up to 400 feet per second. I shoot a crossbow, and it shoots right around 400 feet per second, and it's not a problem. 125 grains, and the specs on it here are this main blade right here, which is, I'm going to call it a fixed blade, but I'm going to get into it in a minute. It's a pivoting blade. It's 1 3/4 inches, and then it has these bleeder blades, which are mechanicals that open up when you hit your target, like so. So this is the broadhead from this side, and then from that side. It really punches a great hole through deer. As long as you hit them in the moneymaker, you're going to get quite a blood trail. Some of the blood was short of terrifying, the amount of blood that it. I mean, I double lunged everything that I shot, or one I got a little bit of the heart, one I got a little bit back, but it really punches a big hole through there. They come razor sharp right out of the package, and I have had no problems with it. The only con that I can see is that the ferrule is made of aluminum, so even if you do manage to sharpen your blades, you're not gonna really get another broadhead out of it. You know what I mean? So a lot of times these bend when they hit stuff, and it has a chisel tip, a steel chisel tip. The blades are made of steel. The bleeders are made of steel. It's really sick looking. I really like it. I ended up testing it last year, and now I'm in love with it. I mean, it flies like a field point. There's no tuning involved. Like I said, my crossbow shoots a little over 400 feet per second. These front deploying I can't speak today. These front deploying blades, sometimes people stay away from them with crossbows. They stay snug until you hit the target. So let me give you here. So this is one that I shot last year. You can see that the blade is bent here, and then even the bleeders, they kind of bent back a little bit. Like this one's a little wonky. It's bent. But this will give you an example of the main pivoting blade. So when you shoot it through something, the idea is very similar to like the Sever Broadhead. They say the blades will lock. Excuse me. The blade, like that's a mechanical broadhead. The blades will lock, and then if it hits something hard, the blade will pivot. So this one's kind of loose. See how it moves without cutting myself here? It takes a good amount of tension to move that to get it to get it to pivot like that. So if it does pivot, it hits bone or scapula, it's going to bounce off it and continue its trajectory. Although you do lose cutting diameter because of it. I've often even thought of seeing if I can tighten that set screw in there, put a little Loctite, and just make that a beast of a fixed blade in there, 1 3/4 cut fixed blade, which doesn't really exist for the most part in the fixed blade world. One of my claims to fame is, well, not my claim to fame, is like when I went crossbow, a lot of people start using these hybrids or these big mechanicals because you really got enough energy to really punch it through, as opposed to some of the compound bows. Even though, my God, I have itch every single video. I have an itch or I'm coughing. Sorry about that. So anyway, people use these big mechanicals because you have more force with the crossbow. A lot of people who shoot compound bows know that when you shoot a mechanical, it doesn't go all the way through. Or, I'm talking people that shoot, maybe have a 28 draw length or maybe shoot 50 or 60 pounds. Those are the people that should be using fixed blades, in my opinion. All right, so back to the new one here. Like I said, comes razor sharp out of there, flies like a field point. I can't move this. And I don't try because those blades are just so sharp. But as I said, there's a set screw there, and although it does pivot and go around, and it does work. I shot this into a deer last year. I hit it a little high and a little forward, and this blade, as I can see here, you can see how it's bent right here. This blade pivoted. But it did slice. It made a slice like this right through the back of the scapula of the deer. So it went through the bone, and when I picked it up, it was kind of like this on the ground. Ended up hitting a rock. This has quite a wobble in it. I wouldn't want to use those blades anyway, even if I sharpened it up, like they're bent and whatnot. But that's just one time going through a deer where I hit kind of high and forward. I still got both lungs. I mean, the deer ran 20 yards, not even, and a spectacular blood trail. So I mentioned the price of $29 for 3. And it's my go-to now. Like I said, I test broadheads. I'm going to stop testing them on deer because now I have subscribers sending me broadheads. And I don't necessarily agree with all the designs. Like before, I was picking them out and I was testing them. Now I have people sending them to me. So I'm going to make, similar to like what John Lusk does, I'm going to make a regiment and I'm going to start testing some broadheads. Try to do it a little original. Or if you have any ideas, put it in the comments of mediums to shoot through. I'd like to do something different, rather than just cardboard or ballistics gel or bottles of red liquid or whatnot, or watermelons or what, just something that people can relate to, or something that I can use as a reference and then compare other broadheads. All right. But anyway, so the NAP DK4, spectacular broadhead. I highly recommend it. Like I said, the only cons is I would like this ferrule to be steel. That would be spectacular. Or even a hardened aluminum. This is I don't know what the aluminum makeup of this is, but it's not spectacular by any means. But it does have a steel tip, and it is a great broadhead. I don't think there is. You let me know in the comments if you know of one. I don't think that there is a mechanical, I don't think that there is a fixed blade broadhead out there that measures 1 3/4, plus bleeder blades that are 1 1/4. These hold in pretty too. Oh my God, I can't speak today. These hold in great. It's very similar to like the Spitfire. The way the NAP Spitfire, those blades hold in there, or the Grim Reaper. No O-rings, no rubber bands, no collars. Everything holds in there good, which also makes it spectacular. It is a little big on the front, so you have to make sure that it's seated well in your crossbow or on the ledge of your bow, so it doesn't whack into anything. Make sure it's seated well. Make sure it's lined up with your fletchings and what like that. So it's laying like this on your riser. Same thing with my crossbar. I have to make sure it's like this and not like that, because otherwise it's going to rub. All right. All I got for you. Sub the channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Be well.